Touchdown. She hit the line on the far side, and the Rebels win.
Stop playing. Stop playing. He connects. Rebels with their first lead of the night.
And the Andover Huskies are your section champion.
Good evening tonight here in Anoka County, but we are indoors tonight at the Andover Community Center. It's a Northwest Suburban Conference boys hockey matchup tonight. The Totino-Grace Eagles visiting Andover, and depending on what poll you look at, they are the top-ranked Andover Huskies, along with Pete Hayes. I'm Jim Erickson. Anticipated here for this game. Totino's played some opponents pretty tough here as of late, including Eden Prairie and Chaska. And of course, Andover coming off a 2-3, 2 out of 3 down at Bloomington, the Bloomington Ice Garden tradition.
Yeah, I don't think Totino-Grace is going to be intimidated. Like you said, he played in Eden Prairie their last game, only lost 3-2. Andover coming off a 3-2 loss, so they'll come out a little angry tonight, I'm guessing.
And Totino-Grace got an early look. Landon Adams with 3 goals on the season, and the save made. Austin Bronze is in the net, wearing number 1 here for the Andover Huskies on their home ice tonight, wearing the white uniforms and those dark blue uniforms here worn by the Totino-Grace Eagles out of Fridley, Minnesota. 5 or 6 years now here in the Northwest Suburban Conference for Totino-Grace out of Section 5 AA. Huskies have it at center, trying to dance ahead with it was Logan Gravenick. That top line starting for the Huskies, Logan Gravenick, Caden Casey, the transfer from Elk River, and Davis Goman.
Yeah, Andover has a lot of good players on their team. They don't have that superstar player who has 15 or 20 goals, but they have a bunch of kids with 6, 7, 8 goals, so you're going to see real balance throughout the Andover lineup.
And there's starting goaltender for Totino-Grace, Wes Johnson, 2.45 goals against. And a .918 save percentage. Good numbers with a shutout this season against Chaska. Respectful team, 1-0, 1-0 was that final against Chaska earlier here this season. Andover off the face-off win, up to the defenseman Noah Martin. Bouncing puck intercepted by Totino. Howie Moore the other way. He lost it at center. Thrown right back the other way by the Huskies. Huskies a good team once again. Their top 3 lines can all get involved. There's a shot, rebound, score! Right on the doorstep. Hudson Zinda puts the Huskies on the board early here in the first 2 minutes. 1-0 Andover.
Nice job by Andover getting in front of the net, jumping onto that rebound, and that's something that Totino-Grace could not afford. Just before that, I was going to say they need to try to stick in this game as long as they can and put a little fear into Andover, but here's another look at it. Shot from the point, rebound out in front. Zinda kicked it from his skate to his stick and deposited it in the back of the net.
Yeah, for Totino-Grace coming in here playing a highly ranked team like Andover, you can't fall behind early, and that's something that happened here tonight for the Eagles. They're down 1-0, and Andover on their home ice coming right back to work the other way. Dumped in by Jacob Pearson. Pearson along the end wall. 7th goal of the season already for Zinda. Is a shot from the near side point. Weston Knox off the glass. Back to the far side. Jacob Pearson, this 3rd line for Andover. Pearson, Seward, and Cogswell. Brooks Cogswell, Logan Seward, and Jacob Pearson. The 3rd line here for the Huskies.
Andover with some mobile defensemen, sorry Jim, that they always have here. They always seem to have some kids who can jump up into the play and produce a little bit of offense for them. It looks like they have a few more this season.
Of course, most recently, a couple of years ago, Wyatt Kaiser is now at UMD, of course.
He's a player.
And an NHL draft pick up ahead to center. Picked off. Howie Moore to the middle with a pass. Ben Box with a shot. Save needed by Austin Bronze. Bronze's numbers 1.5 goals against, .937 save percentage. He's only given up 13 goals here in the last 9 games after giving up 6 in that 6-1 loss to Moorhead earlier this season.
You know, that's what you need to be a top-rated team in the state. You need goaltending, you need defenders, and you need some kids who can put the puck in the net, and it looks like Andover has that again this year.
Huskies, nice long breakout. Goldman in. Wide angle shot from outside the near circle. Goes wide in the corner. Goman right after the rebound. 4 goals on the season for Goman. Cooper Conway playing here tonight on that second line. He was injured to start the season. The Colorado College commit has returned here the last few games. Has been doing a nice job. Here's a steal. Zinda's got it to the back door, and they score. Gavin Thorson. Zinda picked off the puck. He had it in the high slot. And a wonderful pass. Great vision. He finds Gavin Thorson, who scores his 9th goal of the season. That's team high, and it's 2-0 Andover.
Yeah, there's nothing the goalkeeper can do on that one there. Beautiful pass to the back door. There's Thorson, slips it by the goalie. 2-0 in favor of Andover, and they are coming out storming tonight.
9th of the season for Thorson. And again, Zinda. Both Zinda and Thorson had brothers that played on that 2020 state tournament team. Again, the Huskies, the last 2 state tournaments, they've been Section 7 AA champions. Probably come down to them in Grand Rapids, maybe Blaine. Blaine's now in Section 7 AA as there's been some shuffling. Elk River has moved from Section 7 over to Section 8. A lot of shuffling in Class A as well. Totino-Grace, they've got an open net here the near side. Bronze came all the way around to slam the door and able to deny Landon Adams.
Boy, good opportunity right there by Totino-Grace, but here comes Andover the other way.
Yeah, 2-on-1, Seward in, bouncing puck, no shot on goal. And it's tipped back in deep here into the Totino-Grace zone. 12:50 left first period. Shots are 4-2 Andover, and they lead at 2-0 on the goals by Zinda and Thorson.
Couple good opportunities so far for Totino-Grace, though.
Yep, no doubt.
They have had a couple of chances, the grade A chances. Shots are 4-2 here early in the game.
That puck ends up in the net of the goaltender, Wes Johnson, the junior netminder, has been their main guy here this season. And there you take a look at our new roof cams.
Wow.
New goal cams up on the ceiling, looking down on both nets. It's like they are right on the goal line here, and we got to thank Dan Halverson, who's the ice technician, whose official title was way too long for me to write down, so we'll just call him the ice technician here at the Andover Community Center. His last day is tomorrow. He's taking a larger role at Champlin Park High School, and will be leaving the Andover Community Center and the ice arena here. In low is Goldman. Brings it back around to the near side. And Totino up ahead to the blue line. They flip it ahead. Johnson got as far as the Andover line, and it's sent right back up for Casey. Caden Casey had a highlight reel type goal against Hill Murray. In that game against Hill Murray, they played down at the Bloomington Ice Gardens. The Bloomington Ice Gardens tradition. Always going to see good competition down there. They defeated Cretin-Derham Hall 3-1. Huskies then beat Hill Murray 2-1, but lost to Rosemont in their final game last Thursday 3-2.
A couple of good wins down there for them, that's for sure. I know they lost to Moorhead earlier in the season. Heard some really good things about Moorhead, Jim.
Yeah, they'll be a team to beat, as they always are. Section 8's going to be tough too. Elk River seems improved and like they could be a contender. Also, St. Michael, Albertville, and of course Roseau. Roseau right now I think is the higher ranked of those teams in Section 8, although Roseau just got beat by Warroad the other night in the historic and traditional rivalry between those two schools. It was 5-0 Warroad.
Yeah, that's always a good one, that's for sure. Those people get fired up there for that game.
One of the top in the state. People will make that long trek from down here in the Twin Cities all the way up to either Warroad or Roseau. There's a bad angle shot from the corner. Why not? Cooper Conway, 7 goals on the season despite missing some time earlier in the season. And it'll be smothered by the goaltender Wes Johnson here. 2-0 Andover.
You know, that's something that Andover does. They're not afraid to throw the puck on goal. They've done that the last 5-6 years, and it's been good for them. You know, they get to the front of that net.
Face-off win by Totino-Grace. Rudy Mihalic throws it in, corner to corner here to the near side, up the wall. And Andover once again right on the attack again. Here's Thorson, centering pass, wanting to go to Zinda. And instead it's kicked here in the near corner. And Totino-Grace finding the loose puck. Adams handing it off to Howie Moore. Good forecheck here by the Huskies. Working it in the corner. Weston Knox, the defenseman, coming down. outstanding cornerback on that state football team, state tournament football team for the Andover Huskies this year, with second team All-Metro, Star Tribune. It'll be icing on Totino-Grace. 11:08 left in the first, 2-0 Andover.
You know, the thing I noticed with Weston Knox is he's put on a little bit more weight. He's put on a little bit more size. He's definitely going to be a kid that plays some Division I hockey here in the future.
Yeah, he gobbles up a lot of minutes for this Huskies team back at the blue line. He's the only one left on the roster that played on that first state tournament team back in 2020. Working it here is Cogswell along the end wall. Tommy Babb, fourth line winger, up to Knox. Knox up to May, bouncing around. Coach Manny jumbling his lines a little bit here with some third and fourth liners mixed. Also the defensive pairing, Knox and Law are usually paired. Knox and May are out there now. And it'll be icing on the Huskies. We'll go back the other way and join Austin Bronze, the senior netminder in the Andover Husky zone.
You know, it's nice to see Babb get a little bit of ice time. He's fourth liner most of the year, but he's a senior. Give him an opportunity to get out there with a couple of the top players and see what he can do.
Huskies 9-2-1. Their only losses this season, that 6-1 loss we mentioned to Moorhead, and the most recent game, that 3-2 loss to Rosemount down at the Bloomington Ice Garden Tradition. They also have a tie as well, a 2-2 tie against Wyzetta. Totino-Grace in their zone here, trying to clear out in front of their benches. Their head coach, Tim Parkos, is not with the team. He has a second job where he is a scout for the Youngstown Phantoms of the USHL. As here's an interception coming in all by himself is Box. Defender got back, lost his stick, shot over to the far side corner, and once again the Huskies will find it deep in their zone. One thing about the Huskies defense, as they have been with these defensemen that they've had in the experience, they don't panic, and that's so key when you're a defenseman. You know, you're kind of bottled up in your own zone. Don't panic, because usually panic leads to turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. The game's slower for some of these kids, and once the game gets slow, you become a good hockey player. Sometimes it moves a little too fast.
Chance for Durr, shot right wing for Totino-Grace, gloved and held onto by Austin Bronze, the 5'10", 150-pound senior netminder.
Yeah, he looks solid there. Came out and challenged on that one. Almost a 2-on-1 here, but some good back checking by Andover to break that one up, and a good stop.
Landon Adams set to take the draw up against Gavin Thorson. Thorson last year, here's a chance walking in right side, and it deflects out of play. Right along the goal line. Good look by Adams. After he took that draw, went right into the corner, and then walked along the goal line, tried to roof it, and looked like Bronze got a piece of it here. Let's take a look at the overhead look. Hard to tell there. Ended up out of play regardless. Face off again to the left of Bronze. This time won by Andover, and Thorson will have it.
That's an awesome look right there, though, Jim. I like it.
Yeah, you got to love those new cameras. Brand new. First game with those overhead cameras above the nets. This one will be whistled down. It's offside. It'll bring the face-off outside of the Totino-Grace zone. I was talking about Gavin Thorson a year ago. He's a junior this year. Last year, in just 22 games played, at 55 points. That's the best sophomore season in the history of the Andover program.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Not bad at all. And I'm sure they're excited to have him back here this year. A lot of those guys, they do get courted by those junior leagues and teams. Totino with a nice little tip that just went wide. They're looking for their first goal this game. They trail it 2-0. We're at the 8-minute mark of the first period. Shot still just 4-3 Andover. Huskies at center. Pushed by Thorson. Penalty coming up, or they see, when I go from the college game to the high school game, you only have the one linesman and you have the two referees, and sometimes the linesman will call offside. He's got his arm up, and I'm reacting like it's a penalty. It was just an offside. They'll bring it outside the blue line.
And we're okay with that, Jim.
Yeah, I'll do my best. There was a little bit of stick work. I thought maybe they were going to call that at the line, but let that go, which it was a good call. Good no call. You just call the offside. And Totino-Grace going to work Quast. Trying to clear, bothered by Logan Seward. Seward again, far side. He'll work that centerman into the corner, along with Howie Moore. Moore behind his own net, curling around Quast, up off the glass and out. Lopper Fidio senior, number 2, had it for a moment. Then it's right back to Totino-Grace in their own zone. More. Totino's had a hard time breaking out here. Now they cough up the puck. Down low, Tommy Babb. Babb to the middle. Point blank chance. Couple of wraps at it. And the big save needed by the goaltender Johnson.
Yeah, a couple of nice opportunities there. It's very important for Totino-Grace to not get behind another one.
Shot and a goal from the left point. Noah Martin from way out. That may have hit something out in front. Looked like it hit the crossbar or went up high. And it's 3-0 Andover. Martin, we'll see if he gets credit for the goal.
Well, it's what Andover does. They get it to those point men. They get traffic in front of the net, and good things happen. And there was traffic in front. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we can get another look at it here. I think that was tipped in out in front by 14 for Andover. Tommy Babb.
It'd be his first of the season.
We'll see what the officials say.
Time of the goal regardless, 9:03 and a strong first period here for the Huskies, and they come right back. Gravenik in, and he goes in hard in on the goaltender. Johnson got stood up, and then off the rebound, they're going to wave it off. Are they going to say the goaltender was interfered with, didn't have a chance to get back? Maybe his helmet, he's playing with his helmet. There was a collision there with Gravenik going in right there, and the goalie was coming out of the net, and then, I think
well, you know what, if
he just didn't have a chance to reset.
Yeah, if they call that, it should be a penalty.
Yeah, if it's
otherwise,
goal,
why would the whistle blow?
Yeah, and I think that's what the Totino-Grace coaches, and we mentioned Tim Parkos, who is the head coach, 5th year with the program, is not with the team, and Mike Smith and Scott Bond both with the program here for their first year. They are sharing co-head coach duties here tonight. And it was Babb. Good eye, Pete. Seward and Martin getting the assist, and Babb is first of the season. So Zinda, Thorson, and Babb. Talked about the depth here of Andover. They get a goal from their 4th line. Time of that goal, 9:03.
Man, there was payback time right there. Weston Knox, not used to getting knocked, and he came back and laid some lumber.
Andover having to go back and reset here in their own zone with the Caden Casey line. Now line change. Hudson Zinda is in. His brother was Hunter. Into the far side corner. Battle for it there. Howie Moore, we've called his name a lot. Number 4 for Totino-Grace here tonight. Back in for Zinda. Zinda's a senior. They get it to the doorstep. Down was the goaltender Johnson, up off the glass and out by the Eagles, and this will be icing on the Eagles. 6:31 left in the first here on QCTV. Along with Pete Hayes, I'm Jim Erickson. A cold evening out. I think the actual air temperature is 7 or 8 below. Wind chill's probably 20-something below. Nice and toasty in here, though, Pete.
It's not too bad. Nice little passing play right there by Andover. Such an unselfish team. You know, that's a real plus for this team moving forward.
Neither of these teams have lost a conference game yet here this season. Huskies 3-0 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Totino-Grace 2-0 with wins over Anoka and Osseo here so far in the Northwest Suburban. Good back check again. Back pressure the other way. Totino-Grace was attacking. That was Clayton Durr, and then a Husky just pickpocketed him from behind. They dump it right back the other way. They get a line change. And back right to left is Adams. Adams gives it up on the right side to Durr. Durr flipped into the corner. The Huskies will come from behind their net, behind that goal line, and back up through center. Long pass didn't connect. Gallivan the other way. Tipped at center. Stopped by Bronze in along the corner. Nifty move there by Weston Knox.
Andover likes to go D to D behind the net. Then they look for that far side wing as much as they possibly can.
That has worked a couple of times. That time Totino was ready for it. Didn't quite get as far as the red line, and the Eagles will send it right back in. Knox goes into the corner. Knox swings it around. Tommy Babb, who's had a good game tonight. Back up ahead to center, left to right. On the attack, Pearson. Pearson in, and he winds up a wrist shot, and it's right into the breadbasket of the netminder Johnson. And we'll get a draw here in the Eagle zone.
You know, this is the time of year, Jim, where you're starting to figure out your lineup. You're about halfway through. You're through the Christmas tournaments. Now you want to get set for the next couple of months here, the second half of the season, so you have a solid lineup going into that region tournament.
Caden Casey right off the draw, dances in and gives it up to Goldman, and Goldman was going down to the ice and almost tipped it in. Shot from the near side point. Law pushed away by the pad of the goaltender Johnson again. TG trying to clear it out here. Tipped up, not out. They've got some numbers off the interception. Shot, goal, rebound, score. Casey. Caden Casey off the rebound as Totino-Grace failed to clear the puck out of the zone, and it's 4-0 Andover.
Once again, a rebound goal you'll see here by Andover. Couldn't control that rebound. Didn't come out too far. And there's Casey. They didn't pick him up. Big, strong kid. Back of the net for a rip.
Casey's 9th of the season. He ties Thorson for the team lead. Casey was Elk River's leading scorer last year, and then transferred here, and it has been quite the addition there at the top line center. And the time of that goal at 12:14, Casey's 9th, and a dominating first period here for Andover. Shots on goal, 11-3 Huskies. We have not had a penalty called yet here from center. Knox throws it in on the goaltender Johnson off his blocker. Centering out in front, another loose puck. Here's Knox. Gravenick got the assist on that Casey goal. Right back to work here, buzzing around the net. Andover. Conway flipped into the corner at the point. Tristan May comes down, and a pass from the far corner hit a leg and will go all the way down.
Man, Andover has people in front of that net. They had 2-3 people in front of the net. They're battling for those rebounds.
Thorson, near wing, looking for a back door. He had Conway going to the net. It was covered. Then they go D to D. Kyle Law, Noah Martin. Lost it, gets it back, sends it deep. Thorson swings around on the near wing through traffic. He's still got the puck. Dynamic player, no doubt. Tip to the right side, Law. Back out in front, in the slot, knocked down. Eagles trying to clear, but they can't. Babb holds it in. He's got a man waiting in low, Pearson. Pearson battling Thrasher. And it comes free again to Pearson. Check that, that's 8. That's Conway. Back in low for Babb. Back up and around Cogswell. Players are probably too old for a Jetsons reference for Brooks Cogswell, right?
Yeah.
Swung around.
I'm not, though.
No, certainly not. Spacely Sprockets and Cogswell Cogs. TG up to center. Intercepted Kyle Law. Right back in here for the Eagles. They try to break out, but again, forechecking right onto the stick of Babb, who has been playing like anything than a fourth liner here tonight. He's been outstanding. The senior with his first goal of the season here tonight.
Yeah, when you get that opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. And Babb definitely is doing that tonight.
Moore starting it the other way. Nice move at the red line, but then he runs into a second Husky player. Tipped away by Pearson. Long feed ahead down the near side. Johnson trying to get after it, but winning the race is Knox. Back to the right side, though. Couldn't clear, and a shot from the far side boards. Save made by Bronze. Back the other way, 1-on-2. Little dance down the right wing. Gravenick. And this one's going to be whistled down here in the near side corner. As Gravenick on the attack with 2:09 left to go in the first period. It's a 4-0 Andover lead. 4 different goal scorers here in this first period. Zinda, Thorson, Babb, and Casey.
You know, the good thing about Section 7 this year is Duluth East is down.
Yes. Yeah,
So
Andover's
that
already
bodes
played
well
them.
for Andover.
Yep. Huskies beat them 8-0 before Christmas. Back on December 21st. I see Mike Randolph is back in coaching. Ooh, a saucer pass up ahead. Caden Casey. That almost connected and would have been a beautiful chance. He's assisting at St. Thomas. Of course, Blaine now is in Section 7. So that changes that dynamic a little bit. Bouncing the other way. Huskies have it again. Casey And on the near side wing, goes to his backhand. No look, centering pass. Holy cow, what a chance. And Goldman with the shot and the save by Johnson. What a setup there by the Huskies. Will get an icing by Totino-Grace. Let's take a look at that opportunity that Goldman had here for Andover.
Yeah, so unselfish. Here's a look. Goes down that right side. Turns back around.
Casey's
Throws
pass.
it out in front. Wow, that was
little
nice.
Whip around, kind of no look behind the back reversal. He's going one way, sends the puck the other way, and that can certainly throw the goaltender off.
I think they probably have done that a few times
It
this year.
kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Like they were both on the same page. Puck high in the air, back behind the Totino-Grace zone. The puck has been in the Eagle zone here often the last 6-7 minutes here this first period. Shot from the point off of the stick of Knox, and it's in on the goaltender Johnson. He will hold on. Totino-Grace 4-5 entering this one here tonight.
Carson Borders, who is the leading scorer for Totino, is not playing tonight. He had 12 goals on the season, so missing him is pretty big for Totino-Grace.
Yeah, he's out tonight. He would be certainly a main cog for this Eagle team. Up to the point, Knox holds it in.
You're absolutely right on Knox. He does log a lot of ice minutes.
That's what Coach Mark Manny, in his 13th season, just picked up his 200th career win, too. Congratulations to Coach Manny. That was the victory over Hill Murray, their most recent win. Career win number 200 as we get a whistle stoppage and a face-off coming up here just outside the Totino-Grace blue line.
Yeah, good for Coach Manny. And one thing about Manny's teams, Jim, is they work hard. You know, if you can get kids that work hard, play for you, you got a chance. And a lot of talent coming through that pipeline at Andover, and then you get them to work on top of that, you've got something special.
99 wins in their last 5 years. Tonight would be win number 100 in the last 5 seasons. No other AA team in the state of Minnesota can match that. 99, 18, and 4. And in that span in the conference, they're 54, 4, and 3.
You know, that's the impressive mark. There's some pretty good teams in the Northwest Suburban.
Andover leading it here 4-0. Final seconds of the first period. Eagles get it, bounce it back in deep. Kyle Law goes back to get it. Good physical penalty kill player here for Andover. And there's the buzzer, and that is the end of period 1. A quick start here for the Huskies. They scored a minute 21 in, then at 3:23. They really spaced out their goals. Each goal was about 2 to 4, 5 minutes apart. And you score 4 goals in the first period on your home ice. That's a heck of a start, Pete.
Yeah, good start by Andover, and they'll look to continue it on here in the second period.
We've played 1. Huskies 4, Eagles nothing on QCTV Sports.
Can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome to At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our local area high school sports. I'm your host, Seamus Burke. Let's start off with the Anoka Gymnastics team. They're an ambitious group looking ahead to a big season. Let's head out and talk with the Tornadoes.
At my elementary school, there was a gymnastics after school, and that's where I started. And me and my best friend, she's actually another captain, and from there, I decided to be done with dance, and I just kept on with gymnastics, and been doing it ever since.
I tried out a lot of sports when I was younger, but I didn't like to have shoes on. I was kind of a weird kid like that. I don't know, I just had a lot of energy always jumping off the furniture, so my parents thought it would be a good idea, and it kind of just stuck.
We actually got a couple new girls, and we lost a couple girls that were really important to our team, but the new girls are showing promise, and we've been working really hard all summer, so we still have our hardest skills. We're starting off strong.
What's been really fun so far this year is the amount that we have to gain They're so talented, they're so hardworking, and they're going to develop a lot from the first meet to the last meet. Last year we came in strong, went strong, and ended strong. It was just a seasoned group, and every meet felt just kind of almost a little too easy because they were so practiced, so rehearsed. They'd been with each other so long. Last year we only had one new team member because of COVID. This year we have many more, and many more stepping into big roles. And so it was an exciting start knowing that we were going to grow each meet, that our score would grow, that their performances would grow. And that's already happened just in our first couple meets. So it's exciting each time to see what's going to come next.
I think it's really cool how everyone focuses on themselves. You want to do your best, but even if you mess up, you still get really excited when your teammates do really good. So I personally, I've done really bad at meets, but I still am really happy at the end because everyone else did really good or someone else got a PR. And it's just, we're all there for each other. We're very supporting.
I think gymnastics is unique because it's just such a mentally tough sport that the team bond is almost way different than any other sport would be, because you have to be there for each other so much mentally and support each other when you're having a rough day. It's so mental. It's super physical too, but I would say it's 90% mental, 10% physical. So yeah, you have to be there for each other a lot. So it creates a really good team atmosphere.
We really, really want to make it to state as a team. We haven't done that in 12 years, a really long time. And we've been so close, and our competition is getting a little easier, so hopefully we can make it this year.
Next, we have the Andover dance team. The members describe their time together and their love for each other as more of a family than a team. Let's learn more about this awesome group.
My name is Natalie Shepard, and I've been with Andover Dance Team for 4 years. These 4 years have been amazing. I've made so many friends, and honestly, they are considered part of my family, and my sister's on the team, and so it's just been so fun, and I've learned and grown in so many different ways. I'd say the difference between this year's team and last year's team is everyone is a lot closer this year, and they have so many new qualities that they can bring to the team and that they contribute, and I think everyone has kind of taken a next step into going to new goals and reaching new heights. This year, I'd say our goals are being able to get to new skills that we haven't really been able to before, and I think with this team it's completely possible. I think that we're in a good spot at the start of the season, and I'm really excited to see where we go.
Dancing for the dance team for 4 years. I've been on both fall and winter. I started dance when I was in kindergarten. I've always loved it. My mom always wanted me to be in it, and I just fell in love with it, I guess. I think this year we finally all found our love for dance, and we've always had it, but I just think this year really has shown how far we can take ourselves, and we just have a family here, and it's really awesome. Our goals for this year are just to try our best at every competition. I think we all just want to up our scores, be there for each other, and just love each other. I think our dance team just really shows, like I said, how much of a family we are, and we just, the difference from last year and this year has just been amazing, and just that we all have so many supporters, and it's just been so great.
My name is Grace Amel. I've been dancing on the fall team for 3 years and the winter team for 2 years. Well, actually I was a gymnast for about 12 years before I started dancing, and then once I got to high school, it just looked fun, so I decided I'd try it, and it just kind of blossomed into what it is now. Well, last year's team was great. I think we started a lot of the growth that we're continuing this year, and just the girls on the team this year, they're motivated, they want it, and you can tell, and it's really shown in our performances. Well, state is the ultimate goal always. That's always what we're working towards, but I think more than a material goal, we're just looking to advance our program and do the best we can this season and build off of what we started last year.
Next, we have the Champlain Park Alpine Ski Team. Let's check in with the Rebels and get their thoughts on the challenges the team has faced during this unique year.
My name is Jack Thomason. I've been on the team for 4 years now, and I'm the boys' captain. To me, being captain is about including everybody. I like to make sure that I always go around and make sure everyone's having fun, talk about how their nights are going, and ask if they need any help or any advice with anything. I just try and be a positive role model and show leadership in that way. I personally would like to go to state. I would also love if our team would make it to state. We have a great team this year. We have a great shot at going, and if everything turns out the way it's supposed to go, we might just go. So,
my name is Anthony Hurlitz. I am a senior at Champlin Park High School, and I've been skiing with the Champlin Park Alpine team for 4 years now. Actually, it takes about an hour to get to practice every day and then an hour home after practice every day. So it's 2 hours out of the day. Some people might think that's a bunch of time wasted, but a lot of us actually enjoy the bus ride a lot more than practice because you get to hang out with a bunch of your friends, you get to talk to them, you get to mess around, and it's a lot of fun. So I mean, we don't find it as time wasted. Some of us actually really look forward to the bus versus practice because some nights are not most fun on the hill.
I'm Sam Johnson. I'm a senior at Champlin Park, and I've been skiing since freshman year.
Let's just go. Just ski, you feel me?
But this year we got a really solid team. We got 27 people, I think. So, and a lot of them are very fast, forceful, and aggressive skiers. So, yeah, it's all in the legs and core. You're really pushing with those legs to push off of the ground, and just getting those racing lines in, sort of like Formula One stuff, and you'll be the fastest kid on the hill. So. Just the other night, we did a couple runs. I shaved off 9 seconds just that night, so it was pretty good.
I'm Brooke Murray. I'm a senior in high school, and I've been on the team for 4 years. There's a lot different between my freshman year and my senior year. With skill and ability, it's a huge difference. Knowing what I'm doing, huge difference. And the size of the team has gone up by a lot since my freshman year, so the whole experience is completely different. I like being around my team a lot. We spend a lot of time together, and just watching each other improve is also really amazing to see. My personal goal is just to get faster, keep improving, and have fun. And for my team, I hope my teammates do well as well. Maybe some of them can make it to state, who knows?
That's it for this edition of At the Half. Make sure to stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as watching Channel 859 and online at QCTV.org. Thanks for watching.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? You ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Andover Community Center, Pete Hayes and Jim Erickson here, getting ready for period number 2. 4 on the board here for the home team in that first 17 minutes. An impressive first period, 15 shots on goal here for the Andover Huskies, and here are those highlights.
Yeah, Andover getting on the board early and often. Backdoor picks up the first one right in front of the net. Most of the goals in the evening are in front of the net. As you can see here again, backdoor. There's goal number 2 for Andover. Coming from the point, taking a shot, tipped by Tommy Babb out in front to put him up 3-zip. Once again, nice little backdoor pass. So 3 of the 4 of them have been right on that back step. Totino's got to do a better job of picking those guys up because Andover's having a field day with that right now.
All of their goals, you can see they've got guys right around the net, get pucks and guys to the net. You hear them say that at every level of hockey, Pete. And, if you can be successful and do it consistently, you're going to score a lot of goals in that little area that we call the grease pan out in front of the net. And basically all 4 of the goals, when you include that deflection by Babb, were all out in front and in the dirty areas of the ice out in front of the net. Andover going to work here, 4-0, opening minute of the second period. Huskies in the white uniforms, they're right to left here in this second period. And Clayton Durr for Totino-Grace trying to free the puck up. There's big Weston Knox again, up off the glass, up to the blue line. Thrasher for Totino, up to the red line, tapped ahead. Casey, nice little feed. Nice move by Gravenich on the right side, tried to create a shot. Little right wing toe drag, ends up in the corner. And the Eagles will look up ice here with Gavilan. Gabe Gallivan, 1 assist on the season. Starting defense here tonight, sophomore. They got some young players. Broken stick out on the ice, and Clayton Durr will have to head to the bench. And heading back the other way, the Huskies. Nice move on the left wing here by Thorson. Reverses right side. We're going to get our first penalty of the game. Zinda with a shot that ended up being blocked. First penalty of the game coming up. It's going to be on Totino-Grace. Casey behind the net, all the way up to the point. Noah Martin, who has assists tonight. Back far side, long delayed penalty. Extra attacker finally touched here by Totino-Grace. It's going to be a roughing call on the Totino-Grace Eagles. And we'll see that Andover power play for the first time tonight.
Yeah, if you're Totino-Grace, this is the last thing you want to see. It's 5 really skilled players on the ice for Andover on a power play when you're down 4-0. They do need to try to get a little bit more physical, though. Andover, we talk about them going to the greasy areas and how tough they are. And here's a look at that penalty right here. And it's kind of questionable. But they're not real big, Jim. They only have like 3 or 4 kids, 6 feet or better. But they're tough.
Andover's power play, 19.5%.
I take that.
Yeah. Almost with their skill, though. You expect it to be more like 25 here, but they've been doing fine at 19.2 or 19.5. And they'll set it up here. Knox kind of quarterbacking the top of that power play. Shot blocked. Getting a piece of that and feeling it was Thomas Quast. Back to Knox. Good puck movement left to right, but again, getting in the way that time was Mihalic for Totino-Grace, and that cross-ice pass. There's a whistling shot. Thorson. That goes high over the crossbar, off the glass, right back to Thorson at the near point. Here's his shot, and That one whistles its way through a pile of bodies out in front. Back to Knox again. Minute 10 left to go in the power play. Centering pass off bodies. Back to Knox. He takes a one-timer. Rebound right there. Top the blue paint was Kyle Law, who's in deep. Law goes at it again, and they put it in. That's a power play goal for the Huskies. Again, getting the puck to the net. And Kyle Law, the defenseman, found himself in deep and will get the goal.
I tell you, Kyle Law is probably the tallest kid on the team. I think he's 6'2". He's a defenseman. He gets to play in front of the net on the power play. You're a defenseman and a big kid, and you get to play on a potent power play like this in front of the net. He is loving life.
Take your biggest body and just plant him out there.
Absolutely.
And, Law gets his 7th goal of the season. Thorson and Casey each scoring their 9th of the season here for Andover. And now Law has 7. Zinda also has 7 on the season. And a power play goal. 5-0 Andover.
I'm willing to bet that of those 7, probably 5 are on that power play, standing in front of that net.
Huskies have Jacob Pearson in the corner. Up and out by Totino-Grace. And actually Conway got the goal.
Yeah, they were both there banging around.
Law got one of the assists. Conway ends up getting the goal. Cooper Conway power play. So that's number 8 for him. Although Law was the first one. You know, typically the first guy that goes through the handshake line and the high five line down the bench is the guy who scored. And I watched it all the way because I know that Conway was in the vicinity as well, but Law was the one who led the charge there, right?
They don't always get it right.
Out
Jim.
front of the bench, no.
Just like we don't.
You mean the players or the announcers or the officials?
Well,
all of them.
All of them. All of the above.
Including us, the broadcasters.
Yes, that's for sure.
But as of right now, that is a Cooper Conway goal. And that's his 8th of the season. Good balanced scoring up and down this Husky lineup, too.
Yeah, I think they have 6 or 7 kids that are above 6 goals.
Yeah, they
12
had
games into
Thorson
the season.
coming into the game tonight. Thorson had 8. Casey had 8. Zinda and Law had 6. And Conway had 6. So you do the math. That's 5 guys with 6 or more goals entering the game. Here's a chance. Coming in on the right wing. A little shake and bake by Durr. Lost the handle. Through the top of the crease. Back along the end wall in the Andover zone. Mihalic tried to center out in front. Down and ready for it was the goaltender Bronze. And Andover ends up with the rebound. They push it ahead. Thorson down the right wing. Taken out of the play. Quast into the corner. Also trailing the play is Tommy Babb. Try to walk out in front with it. Puck ends up in the slot. Kicked around. And the Eagles have it out to center. Quast across the red line. Dumps it in. Bronze ready, quickly gets rid of it before the forecheck can make it there for the Eagles. They also had a line change. Now a steal off the stick of DeYoung. DeYoung spins and takes a shot, and it's kicked out of there by Bronze and up into the protective mesh netting. 12:41 remaining in the second. 5-0 Andover.
You know, Bronze has made some nice saves down there for Andover. You know, the few shots that they have, they only have 7, but 5 of them have been quality shots, and he's kicked them all aside.
Yeah, Bronze 1.50 goals against. As a team, Huskies are out shooting teams on average or outscoring teams on average 4.1 to 1.8.
That's not bad.
They'll chase out Logan Seward and Jacob Pearson in to take the draw. Pulls it back along the end wall. Will De La Forest for Totino-Grace. Trying to keep that puck alive. Also in there is Lopper-Fidio. Vinny Lopper-Fidio Sr. with a couple of assists on the season. And Andover able to go rink wide here, just out of the reach of Cogswell, but then he reaches it on his second effort and dumps it in. Loose puck right at the side of the cage. Wes Johnson trying to clear it out of there. Up along the far wall. Eagles come back the other way, but their rink wide pass doesn't connect. Thrasher grabs it, swings it around, skips past Bronze along the end wall, trying to hold it in. Box. And he'll step over the bench. We'll get a change here. Box, though, remains out there. Goes back to his blue line to reset here for the Eagles. Eagles, red line, blue line. It's Box. Runs into a line of Huskies. And it's cleared up. Cogswell, who dumps it in. He'll step over the bench here. Over the far side boards. Line change here for Andover as the Eagles come back. Stick handling at center. DeYoung intercepted. 2-on-1 developing. Gravenik coming into the backside. Oh, big save. Rebound, score. Goldman will get the goal. Boy, the save, the initial save by Johnson was huge because it was generally basically 2-0 on him. He made the initial save, but the rebound with him out of position. Goldman scores it here for the Huskies, and it's 6-0.
Goldman kind of shaking his head. Here's a look at it. Oh, we lost our look. Here we go. Look at this great pad save right here. Goldman kind of fans on it, but just gets enough of it, puts it into the back of the net. But once again, stay to itness, being at the net, stopping there, not going behind the net, but putting on the brakes and stopping right in front of the net, and that's what got him that goal.
Goldman's 5th of the season. 5:31 of the second period for the goal here for Andover. All Huskies right now here in this one. And we're going to get a whistle penalty and a hook coming up here. This is going to be on Andover, I'm going to assume, since Totino-Grace was coming in on the attack. Who's going to the box? It's going to be Connor DeWandler. Connor DeWandler, sophomore defenseman, third pair of D along with Anthony Pardo. Gets called for the hook, and Totino-Grace now a power play chance.
Well, we can see what Totino can do here in the power play. Got to win that draw, which they did.
And they did. Back to box, to the point, Thrasher. Thrasher walks down the left wing, and a shot from just inside the dot. And Austin Braun's doing a nice job. Positioned perfectly, makes the save. Face-off will be to his right.
You know, I can see where Totino can give some teams some trouble. I mean, they have some potential goal scorers on the ice most of the time, and you're losing your top scorers. So they're getting some good opportunities against a really quality team.
Yep, Carson Border out of the game here tonight. 6 goals, 6 assists with 12 points. 6-0 here, Huskies. Penalty kill for Andover here this season, 76.9%. Probably not quite as high as Coach Mark Manny would like it to be.
No, I was going to say you probably want to get that up a little bit.
Yeah, at least 82, 83, 85% is a really good penalty kill. Intercepted, shorthanded chance, Zinda. Zinda into the skates of Thorson, right back to Zinda, still amongst a pile of Totino players. Got a shot that went wide. Key part of that, he got that puck deep. A couple of new penalty killers out there for Andover, and it takes some seconds off of this Totino-Grace power play. Minute 8 left to go in their man advantage. Just trying to get something positive here for Totino, being outshot 18-9. Like to get that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, Totino better keep working hard here because Andover will come after you shorthanded.
Adams pokes it in along the end wall, grabbed by Box. Box up to the point, Moore. Bounces it across to the near side, reversal Quast, back to Moore. Johnson has it. He goes to the backside. That pass just a little bit off. He had some net to work with, and then Box able to gather the puck, settle it down, get the shot that goes out of play. Face off here in the Andover zone. 34 seconds remaining in the Totino-Grace power play.
Yeah, Ben Box had an open net there on that far side, but already had his mind made up and spun away from the net back to the point. But I think if he would have taken a look forward, he would have saw a lot of net in his face.
Power play draw here. Adams takes it. They win it. Tap back to the point. Quast. Adams. Quast again. Straight away. Guides in. Shoots. Scores. Thomas Quast from above the slot. And that one saucers in just below the crossbar. And Totino-Grace gets their power play goal and gets on the board.
Nice goal there by Quast. Took his time. Aimed, little wrist shot there, maybe snapped a snapshot off there, put it in the back of the net, went into the upper right-hand corner, and Totino-Grace is on the board. Here's another look at it. Just found that upper left-hand side.
7:16 time of the goal. Quast's second of the season. And that's just what the doctor ordered here on the power play for Totino-Grace. Another penalty coming up. This one's going to be on Totino-Grace.
Yeah, had to take him down right there. Nice move by Andover and number 12, Grayson Thorson, or Gavin Thorson. Had to hook him to bring him down. Good opportunity to score and get that one back for Andover.
Adams got one of the assists on the Quast goal. So after 0 penalties in the first period, we've had 3 combined penalties, 2 for Totino-Grace and 1 for Andover here in the second period. And heading to the box is Ben Box. Box in the box. I'm sure he's never heard that one before. No. Try to stay out of the box. Totino shorthanded, 2-on-1 here if they can hurry. Johnson going to the net with the puck is Mihalic. And it ends up back along the end wall. Mihalic, Johnson centering again. Mihalic with a shot that ends up wide, and then looking around as the goaltender Bronze, who was behind him. I think he knew where it was the whole time. Back up to the point. Totino is shorthanded here, but they're setting up like it's a power play for them. Mihalic swings it around. Knox will try and settle things down for Andover here and get it set up on the power play. Cooper Conway with a goal here tonight, but Totino-Grace finds it at the blue line. They dump it right back in.
Yeah, Andover a little bit lax on this power play. You got to get things going, get it down into the offensive zone and set it up.
Casey enters the zone, 4-man abreast. Back around to the near corner. Thorson walks along the goal line, tries to center. There's Law again camped out in front, the big-bodied defenseman. Up to the point, Knox. Knox gives it up Thorson, then back to the far side, intercepted and sent it for Gravenik. Carried back, Adams, a shot high off the glass, rattles back all the way out to center. Picking up it in stride is Conway. Conway looking back, trailer Thorson. Thorson forced along the wall, still curls away. One-time shot, Cogswell from straight away in the slot. And ends up behind the net off of the save by Johnson, the netminder for Totino-Grace, and the Eagles will clear it out. 20 seconds left to go in the Andover power play.
Yeah, Totino-Grace doing a nice job on this kill here so far. Actually, he's had a couple of good opportunities.
Both teams with a power play goal. Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. Entering this year, the second opportunity for Andover. Final 5 seconds of the man advantage. May, right side shot, backdoor chance. Cogswell looking on that backside. And now Totino-Grace back at full strength, and they got numbers the other way with Johnson back to the left side, sprawling, saved by Bronze.
Good opportunity there.
He denied Box, who had just come out of the penalty box, and Bronze kept it from being 6-2. Totino-Grace showing a little more energy, a little more bounce right now. Trailing at 6-1. They have scored the power play goal, and then they killed off the penalty. Feet ahead, Zinda comes in. He got tangled up, goes down, play continues. That was Moore getting back on the back check. Puck comes free again for the Eagles. Up off the glass. Up and out by Moore. In the vicinity, DeYoung thrown in on the netminder, and Bronze steers it to the near corner. Back come the Huskies. Zinda in the middle, Gravenik. And coming back and back checking and pickpocketing him was Moore. Back down the left wing, Johnson again. Johnson tied up by Knox. Knox shrugs him off and down to the ice. Box comes in and grabs the puck. Different pace here the last few minutes of the second period. Shot for the near point. Pad save Bronze. Rebound available, and it's picked up by the Huskies.
Yeah,
Gravenik has it again.
I'm sorry, Jim. If you're Totino-Grace, you got to be really happy with your players right now. You know, you're down by a bunch going into the second period, and you come out here and play really, really hard. So good for them.
Yeah, they have brought the intensity. They've played a little more physical. They've had a little more speed. They've had their legs. And they've been able to match the Huskies stride for stride. Here's a shot for the near point. Oh, that was lost in the skates of Johnson. And luckily, it looked like a Totino-Grace player found it before a Husky. They'll go D to D. Law. May. Law. Wrist shot high and wide off the end wall. And the Eagles find it, and they finally break out with it. Lopper Fidio near side, taken out of the play by May, and that's going to result in a penalty.
They're
going to call interference there, as he had dumped it in and still finished his check when that puck had already been dumped deep in the zone. So heading to the box will be Tristan May for Andover, and it'll be the second power play chance for Totino-Grace. They're 1 for 1 on the man advantage tonight.
Yeah, Tommy Babb had another really good opportunity for Andover. Their puck was just laying there. Would have been a nice night for him, you know, being a fourth line guy, coming up, getting an opportunity, putting one in the back of the net, but nice save.
Huskies win the faceoff, and it goes immediately out of play into the Totino-Grace bench, where tonight's co-head coaches, Mike Smith and Scott Bond, both in their first years of the program. Commanding things here tonight. Andover had a couple players out as well. Sophomore forward Ben Dahl was injured against Hill Murray, got hit by a shot by his own guy. Little friendly fire. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. And then also sophomore defenseman Landon Stringfellow. He is under the weather, ill, and is out tonight. Also in the lineup, but we haven't seen him, Caden Martin was a late scratch, and Rocco Gorowski is listed as a fourth-line winger. Might see some time here tonight as well. We'll look for number 27. Another one up and out of play. This one again in the Totino-Grace bench with a minute 27 left in the Totino power play. 6-1 Andover.
You know, you talk about friendly fire. I remember, Jim, back in the late 90s when I was coaching at Anoka. We had a kid by the name of Joe Blake who played on North Dakota.
Oh, of course.
And he could shoot the puck.
Yeah.
And you'd tell your guys, you got to get in front of the net. And they'd look at you like, you go in front of the net, coach.
Not with Joe Blake.
I'm not going in front of that net.
Well, his son was on last year's Eden Prairie team that won the state championship.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was Joe's son.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he is going to North Dakota. Off of the draw here in the Husky zone. It comes back to the point. Setting it up as Thrasher to the left side. Wrist shot deflects. Sam R. Johnson. 4 goals on the season. Got a good look. Not a bad shot there from the left dot. Looking for something out in front. It did hit something out in front. Deflects out of play with a minute 18 left to go in the Eagle man advantage.
Well, Totino's been winning the draws on these power plays, so that's very important. Let's see if they can do it again.
Another face-off win. Moore. Back left side, Johnson reversal to the near wing and a shot up high by Quast, who has the goal tonight for Totino-Grace. Johnson again, jousting there with Law, and it does sneak out. They'll have to reset here out to neutral. Moore, drop pass for Quast, and that slips past him, and unfortunately for the Eagles, they'll have to go all the way back behind their net to reset here with 48 seconds left in their power play. Moore, head of steam, near side, makes a nice move, gets behind the defense, and closing out and cutting off that angle was the goaltender Bronze. He knocks it down and covers it up.
You know, that's another thing I've noticed with him. He comes out and cuts those angles down really nice. He doesn't stay back in that blue. He's not afraid to come out and challenge the shooter. He's done a great job of that tonight.
I think that helps when you've got a goaltender coach. You've got good coaching, and you got somebody who knows the goaltending position, able to work with those goalies.
Absolutely.
Even before the high school level, even at the youth level.
There's not enough of those guys out there.
2-on-1 the other way. Huskies shorthanded. They've got a chance here as they come in on the right side with Babb going to the net. And Goldman was forced wide in the corner. Totino did a good job getting back to prevent that shorthanded chance, but now just 20 seconds left in their man advantage, trailing at 6-1. Quast looks right, passes left onto the stick of Adams, and they brought it in offside. 13 seconds left to go in the power play. 3:43 left in the second. A 6-1 Andover lead.
Yeah, shots are a little bit closer right now, 21-13. So actually, Totino-Grace is pretty even with them this period. Andover had 14 shots in the first period, so Totino's doing a nice job.
It's an Andover face-off win. Big win on the penalty kill, and saucered down Gavin Thorson. Getting to it for Zinda. Totino-Grace player fell down. Zinda then to Thorson. Meanwhile, the Huskies are at full strength. Tristan May is out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Totino-Grace in the power play 1 for 2 tonight. As Andover goes back, Weston Knox. Up ahead, far side, Cooper Conway. Noah Martin with an assist here tonight. Bouncing it back in. Totino-Grace will have to touch up here. Delayed offside. Play rolls on here as we've made it to the 14-minute mark of the second period. Andover trying to pick up their 10th win of the season. They'll bring it in. Thorson bounce it in the middle. Reversal right side. One-time shot. Zinda's kind of a bouncing puck on its side. Didn't get a lot on it and didn't quite get it where he wanted it to. Then it comes back to Thorson, and that one deflects up into the protective netting. Back behind the Totino-Grace netminder, Wes Johnson.
I'm so impressed with the ability to share the puck and the willingness to share the puck by Andover. And, you know, you look at the stats with 6, 7, 8 goals, but you see a lot of those guys with 15, 16 assists. So that just tells you that they really share the puck. A lot of assists dished out.
Caden Casey taking the draw here for the Huskies, ends up near corner. Gravenik And a trickling puck coming away from a scrum, and playing it safe is Wes Johnson, the netminder for Totino-Grace, who entered tonight with 1 shutout, a .918 save percentage, and a .245 goals against. Those numbers aren't too bad.
No, you know, he's given up 6 tonight, but he's made a lot of grade A saves.
Against a high-powered Andover team, up to the line, and Pardo will have to go back to his own zone here to reset. And his feed here near side, a little bit out of the reach. He wanted to go to Graveneck, and Totino-Grace will reset here in front of their net. 2:15 left to go, second period. Moore gains the zone to the net, and off of the soft stick. Good hands by the netminder, Bronze, and then he'll smother it. 2:10 left.
You know, this Andover team, Jim, they have a lot of multi-sport athletes on it. You know, number 2 out there, Kyle Law, he's one of the top baseball players in the Northwest Suburban Conference. You have Knox, who played football. You know, I know there's 3 or 4 other kids on there that play multiple sports, so that's really nice to see.
And a lot of that goes with Totino-Grace, too. I know that, you know, they're not a huge high school either. They're in Fridley as a private school. Near side shot gloved. And Wes Johnson will spear it and hold on. Sometimes, though, at a private school, you get a little more specialization, but not some of the smaller ones. 1:56 left, second period, 6-1. Of course, Totino, well known for their football program for years.
Had a little down year this year.
Yeah,
Jim.
they did. Yeah, I did notice that. I think because they went up to 6A, didn't they drop down to 5A? And I think they could actually, for football, be 4A, I've heard. Whether or not they do that drop further down when it comes to the competitive nature of football. And it's all about size and numbers when it comes to football. And if you don't have the numbers, it's hard to compete at 6A or even at 5A if you're supposed to be a 4A school.
Well, I think you and I did a football game 2 years ago. The Alt kid from Totino-Grace starting at Notre Dame this year as a freshman.
Well, that's got to be Mark. Is that Mark Alt's son?
Actually,
because there was the Alt family, right? There were.
Yeah,
Alts.
It's Mark's brother.
That Mark's brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dad played in the NFL. He was the baby of the family at 6'8", 300 pounds.
I want to say that Mark Alt's son played hockey at Cretin-Derham Hall. But I might be wrong. Names and teams kind of run together over after a few years.
Isn't that the truth?
Face-off will be here to the right of Totino-Grace. The beauty of today's modern age, though, a couple of clicks on your phone, you can look it up and confirm whether you're right or wrong in some of those little tidbits that come to mind here during a hockey game. Minute 18 remaining in the second. Puck will sneak back out to neutral. Setting it up, Kyle Law dumps it in. Stopped behind the net by Johnson. He'll leave it there for one of his defensemen. Gabe Gallivan up to the point, though. Gloved held on Law. Law trickling puck off of bodies and traffic out front with a minute left to go in the second period. Back is DeYoung. Enters the Huskies zone. Swept around. Law to it first. Little saucer break out right onto the stick. Nicely done. Conway has it. Right side shot. And the save by Johnson. Will hold on with 43.5 seconds remaining.
That Conway kid has a nice stride. You know, he was even. Didn't look like he was going that fast, but got himself going. Pulled away right here. Snapped one off. Almost put Andover up by 6.
Off of the draw left side. Far corner in the Totino zone. Not out. Kept in. Knox. Approaching 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Graveneck wearing the C. Helped out by Casey. Casey spun around. Graveneck also spun around. Back up and out to the red line. 15 seconds left to go with Graveneck coming in. Coming in on his off wing, tried to go to the backhand, ended up behind the net, right back onto the stick of Casey. 5 seconds. Near wing, the defenseman Martin gets a shot, and with 4 seconds left, save made by Johnson, he will hold on.
Another good opportunity for Andover, 4 seconds left. Going to have to move it quickly here. All starts with winning the draw.
So the NFL player was John Alt.
John Alt, Columbia Heights.
From Columbia Heights. His son, Mark Alt, played hockey at Cretin-Derham Hall, went to the University of Minnesota, and has played a handful of games in the National Hockey League, is currently in the San Jose
But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So today, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office is hosting the Memorial Blood Center's Bloodmobile to collect blood donations from both the staff of the Anoka County Sheriff's Office as well as the greater community. We're just so excited that that Memorial Blood Centers are here today. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the event last year because of COVID, but we're so happy that they're able to come back, and we're able to have it be a little different this year with the actual Bloodmobile in our parking lot. We have about 30 people signed up for this event, and then we're also accepting walk-ins as space allows. So right now, our hospitals need all types of blood, but we really, really need B-negative blood. And so, you know, our law enforcement professionals within our office see incidents consistently of people who are going to probably need blood when going to the hospital. So it's so important for us to support initiatives to make sure hospitals all across our state are prepared for these patients as they come in.
Very well. Might we be able to check your platelet count today? That takes no extra blood, no extra time. It's an extra test they'll do with the blood they're already taking. You might be able to help a cancer patient, a premature child, or a burn victim.
About 1 in 3 people are going to need blood at some point in their lifetime, and unfortunately the supply doesn't always meet the demand that is out there. And so it's really important for the Anoka County Sheriff's Office to support our healthcare partners by, you know, doing our part to help increase the amount of blood donations, and I know our staff are very willing to support it as well as the greater community. The Memorial Blood Center's website, mbc.org, has a great search feature where people can find a local blood drive near them.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Real Sports Cards started off exclusively online 5 years ago, but they opened the Champlin store during the beginning of COVID, and it all started with owner Ryan Holland.
So I've always been into collecting since I was a little kid. I started collecting when I was 7 when my Minnesota Twins won the World Series. I've always been interested in the hobby since then, and I never really thought that I would be in business in this hobby, and it happened by accident. So I started just as a collector, primarily collecting online, And that has evolved into a business, and have been able to bring that to a store in Champlin.
They aren't your normal sports card shop. They've brought a unique twist to collecting.
Traditionally, in a store like this, you might buy boxes and packs and open them for yourselves. But you never know what cards you're going to get. You could get your favorite team, you could get your least favorite team, or your favorite player, or your least favorite player. Online, instead of selling product by the box, we actually sell product by the team. So you can buy the Twins share of some of the boxes behind me, or the Vikings share, or the Wild or the Timberwolves share. Or if you're a Tom Brady's fan, you can buy the Bucks share. And you can kind of tailor your collecting towards the teams or the players that matter for you a little bit more.
They are very active online and social media.
It's a lot of fun. The neatest thing about doing sales by the team online is after we've sold these by the team, we actually open all of the product live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And so all the collectors who have bought teams, or even collectors who have aren't even participating in this box opening or box break, can watch, they can hang out, they can chat with us. We can talk about sports, we can talk about current events, anything fun that's going on. And it allows you to really get to know each other. And so we've gotten to know all these collectors in our community and consider them all friends now.
They've created a nice clean space for the sports enthusiasts to come and hang out.
One of my goals with this store was to bring a modern trading card store to this market that no one's ever really done before. You know, the traditional card store is piles of boxes and piles of cardboard and things like that. We really love these cards and feel like they should be showcased in a way that shows that we love these cards. And this is really the first modern trading card store of its kind that we've brought here to Champlin, Minnesota. We really see this space as a community space, a place where sports fans can come together and hang out. We've built a sports lounge with giant TVs and comfortable chairs and a bar top where people can sit, hang out, watch the game, open some packs, and we'll have events like autograph signings, trade nights, so collectors can come and exchange their favorite cards with each other, and a lot of different things that we can have fun with in the community.
Real Sports Cards not only sells cards, they also buy and trade with collectors of all ages.
I guess the favorite part of this business for me is that I get to goof off with baseball cards all day long. Let's be realistic. As a 7-year-old kid, I'm sure there are many who were able to enjoy cards and enjoy collectibles, enjoy Pokemon cards, whatever it is, and say, man, this would be really cool to do as a job, even though maybe it doesn't sound like a real job.
Brian hopes for new and great things for the future of the store in Champlin.
Being able to do business in a community where the people around you care about you has been really valuable, from neighbors being able to come in and support a local business, or even the mayor dropping in to say hello and see how you're doing and check out this new space. As we invest into Champlin, it's really great at the same time to feel like Champlin is investing in us.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
The reason
we have you get a permit to build a deck is for safety reasons. We want not only you to be safe, but down the road, should you decide to sell your property, we want to ensure that that is built to code and it's built safe so that the next person may not be injured on your property. The first thing that I would do is I would direct them to our website. We have a website which is www.andovermn.gov. There's a lot of information on there about building decks. We have a deck handout which kind of spells out all the steps. I would explain to them that, you know, all the things that we had talked about, that you're going to need an application, you're going to need a property survey, and you're going to need to provide a plan with that, and that they can bring that into us. We will have our inspectors review it, and then once it's approved, we would write the permit and then have them pick it up.
So if somebody would call me to ask about a deck permit, one of the first things I would ask is, have you looked at a survey of your land to see if where you want to put this deck is out of setbacks and easements? That'd be where we'd start. Second, we'd probably ask for a plan of what they were planning on building, with specs of footings, posts, joists, beams, stairway stringers, ledger boards, a lot of variety of things we want to know about the deck that they're going to propose to build. Yes, it is. So we'll go through a plan review here first, and then we'll issue them a permit, and then once they start going in with the project, we'll probably make 2 trips out there, a footing inspection and then a final inspection. And at that final inspection is when we check the framing out and final, make sure everything's up to code. You should give the building department a call, or ask for me or one of the other inspectors, and we can help them through the process. And we will like it if they would, so we can solve problems before they build it than after they build it. So.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzing overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Six to one Andover. We've played a couple of periods here along with Pete Hayes. I'm Jim Erickson. Shots on goal in that second period, 12-10 in Andover's favor. A much closer period than that first period was, Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. Totino came out with some good fire. Andover got on the board first here, knocking a rebound in. Then they got on the power play. We got to see their power play. We thought Kyle Law shot it in. That's not who they gave the goal to. And then coming right back is Totino-Grace to get on the board 6-1. I think if you're Totino-Grace, you want to win the period, and you go from there. If you're Andover, you want to put as much distance in between you and Totino-Grace as you can and keep this game rolling.
Conway and Goldman scoring for Andover. Quast getting the lone goal, the most recent goal at 7:16 of that second period for Totino-Grace. Totino-Grace, dark uniforms, right to left, third period. Shots for the game right now, 27-14. Entering this period for the Andover Huskies, looking for their 10th win of the season. As they go to work here, it's Totino-Grace in the Andover zone to our left. Kyle Law, their biggest defenseman stature-wise at 6'2", 185. Freeing that puck up but not clearing it. Totino keeps it in. Eagles to the near corner. Durr behind the net. Centering pass. He had a man there, Adams. Totino almost connected there. Andover got a piece of it. Now it's Goldman the other way. Dipsy-doos around a defender, but numbers back. And Mihalic to it first here for the Eagles.
Now we've seen that move by him a couple times today. Didn't quite work that time, but good opportunity there on the rush.
Bouncing puck out of the zone to Young and then thrown right back at him by Andover. After tonight, Huskies go to Champlin Park on Saturday, get Armstrong Cooper Thursday next week, host Anoka a week from Saturday. Once you get into mid-January, it's a real downhill the rest of the way. Before you know it, you're into the section playoffs the second half of February.
Yeah, it comes fast, that's for sure. So you want to be playing your best hockey here in another month.
Huskies still have key games yet to go at Centennial, Elk River. They'll host Rogers. That'll be a good game. Rogers just beat St. Michael Albertville for the first time in 8 or 9 years. A penalty coming up here on Andover. They go to Blaine. And their regular season finale for the Huskies, a home game here on Saturday, February 12th against the Maple Grove Crimson, another highly ranked team out of the Northwest Suburban Conference.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one right there. Zinda's going to the box for Andover for roughing right now, so Totino gets themselves back in the power play.
2-minute power play chance, third power play for Totino-Grace, 1 for 2 in the game tonight. And Totino back in their own zone. Thrasher backhands it ahead. A little too far for Johnson. Huskies then send it down. Gallivan starting it up right onto the stick. Thrasher on the tape as he brings it across the line. Johnny Thrasher up and down that far side. Gives it back to Gallivan, the Thrasher, onto the stick of Box. Then it's back to Thrasher with a shot. Wide off the Karam end wall, far side. Gallivan absorbs a bump, goes down. Delivering that bump was Graveneck. Puck remains deep in the far side corner. Box comes away with it up and down the wall. To the dot. Here's his shot. Got him up high in the chest, and looking around is the goaltender, Bronze. Couldn't feel it under those pads, but it was under there somewhere, and a face-off in the Andover zone.
Yeah, that one got behind Bronze, and Noel Martin pushed it back underneath the pads right there.
Get a good look
laying
here.
In behind
there it is. Yeah.
Nice job by the defender to bail out his goalie.
Starting to trickle a little bit there, but again, the defenseman found it, tucked it back underneath. That puck under there like a mother hen. Here's another one that is gloved and scooped and held on to by the goaltender, Austin Bronze.
Good look at him.
13 goals against in his last 9 games entering tonight. So he has been on fire. And if you're going to have success in the postseason, you want your goaltender to be hot. And Bronze might be a guy who can do that here for the Andover Huskies as they'll fling it down the length of the ice. Totino-Grace will have to start again, starting and have to go 200 feet. Moore hands it off on the right side. Moore has it on the right side, all the way back around to the near side. He comes out from behind that net. Absorbing ahead, Adams trying to keep it alive here for the Eagles. Shot at the point, Quast blocked off a leg, back out to center. Quast takes a whack at it, keeps it away from Thorson. Back at center, Moore. Across the Husky line, dances along the line, holds it in, gives it up to Box. Box goes down, taken out of the play. Knox got a body on him, back out to center. They'll try the near side Moore. 12 seconds left in the power play. Moore up off the end wall. He's watched by Knox. It's Moore again. He squares up. Near side shot one time right on the money by Johnson. Stick save up into the air by Bronze just as the Huskies get back to full strength. Zinda out of the box and a face-off in the Andover zone. Good pressure applied there by Totino. They had some looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a look right here. Rebound came back out. Shot straight on. Goalie covers it up and we get a face-off.
Shots are 27-18 Huskies. They're back at full strength. We skate 5-on-5. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third period. And we're going to get a call from behind here. They'll bring it back. That must have made contact, I think, with the Totino-Grace bench. I don't think it was icing, was it?
No, he got to that before.
Zone.
Yeah.
Linesman was heading back to the Andover zone like they were going to drop the puck there, but it will be far side dot just outside of the Andover line.
I think that was some good eyes there, Jim.
That made contact with the bench?
Yeah, I believe so.
That was guess. I just assumed.
You
see that enough?
I try to give you a compliment.
I know.
You just don't want to take it.
Bouncing puck, center. Nice job by Graveneck. Good hand, centering pass. A little bit behind. Goldman couldn't connect. And it's grabbed. Mihalic didn't quite make it to the Andover line. Right back is Goldman again. And he flips it in for Graveneck. Totino-Grace with some numbers near side corner here in their zone. Mihalic tried to get it going the other way. Needs some help. Gallivan intercepted, dancing in, left wing. Here comes Babb, and Babb goes to the backside from the left wing to the right wing. And Tommy Babb has had a nice game tonight. He goes to the net. They're trying to feed him. It's kicked up the slot, carried the other way. Totino-Grace has the puck. Clayton Durr just shy of the blue line, dumps it in. He's off on the line change. Stopped behind the net by the netminder Bronze. Huskies push it up ahead to center. Crosby Perry. Here in the near side goes corner to corner. Centering that fourth line. And there is Roscoe Gorowski, who's in the lineup for Gaten Martin tonight, seeing a shift. Perry comes away with it. Tried to get a stick on it. Lost it in the slot. Tipped out by the Eagles back at center. Knox gains the zone. Left wing comes in. Tried to dance around the defender. And holding his ground, Quast. And Quast able to steer it out to center.
Nice to see the fourth line getting out there for Andover. Get them a little ice time. You never know when you're going to need them.
Logan Seward into the near side corner. He rattles in there with Quast. Now joining the party, De La Forest for Totino-Grace. They slide it up the wall, and that's going to be flipped up and out of play. Knox got under that one a little bit. In golf, we'd call that a chili dip. Caught it a little heavy, or maybe a little well, thin would be low.
Okay.
Heavy would pop it up and make it short.
I wanted to hear the
got a little
explanation
chubby.
of that.
Yeah, exactly. A little too much of the turf as it pops out of play. We'll get another draw near side dot right in front of us here at the Andover Community Center. What are they, in their third year now of having the second sheet?
You know,
the
I don't
time
even
goes
know if
by
it's that
so
long.
fast, and 2020 was kind of a blur.
I walked in here last year and I saw that rink and I thought, what did they do with the bleachers? I never even realized.
Oh,
they
you
had
thought
them
you were
in.
in the main
I thought
rink.
I was in the main rink. I said, this doesn't look the same to me.
Stranger in a strange land.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, I'm old, but I didn't think I was that old.
Huskies, left side shot, made it through. Oh, loose puck, pad, save Johnson. Huge save as he stopped Conway on the doorstep. Comes back up the slot. Huskies applying the heat here. We have not seen a goal yet in the third period. Lead past Johnson. They tried to spring him. They go in along the end wall.
I think Zinda got one in the back of the leg there by friendly fire. He's feeling it.
Up off the glass, and it comes out. Quast tried to go back into the zone. Now he does. Quast has the puck. Centers it. Shot off of the goaltender. Bronze got a piece of it right back to Quast behind the net. That was off the shot of Moore. They get it back up in the right point to Johnson. His shot gets bounced around. Rebound here. Touch pass. Doesn't quite connect off the stick of Conway. Back with it is Quast. Quast, who has the goal tonight for Totino-Grace, very active as a sophomore. Does a lot here for this Totino-Grace team. I've called his name a lot. Moore comes back. Gains neutral, crosses the checkered line, throws it in, may have hit the referee. Goaltender Bronze was heading back behind the net to greet the puck back there, and something stopped it along the near side wall. Huskies trying to clear it out, and they do. Played out by DeWandelier, left side. Oh, another trickling puck in low. Goman trying to stuff it in and couldn't do it. Johnson able to stop it, and then cleared by Totino, and then right back at it here. Casey comes into the zone, down the right wing, swatted away by the goaltender Johnson. Rebound again, and Johnson goes down, prevents that one from going in. Then Totino clears it out of danger and out of the zone. Huge check here near side. Loperfidio, as he knocked DeWandelier down. Connor DeWandelier, sophomore. And back to the center circle. It's a 6-1 game, but it's pretty intense right now. I tell you, Totino-Grace being down by 5. They're playing an intense physical game here, and they've had some chances. And, you're Andover, you're up 6-1, but, you also like to be in competitive games to be ready for the postseason. And, as you're a top 3 or the top team in the nation, if you look at the legacy hockey rankings, they were number 1, and the new Let's Play Hockey ones were scheduled to come out. The most recent one had the Huskies at number 3, but you want to have good games against good teams, and Totino-Grace has given them a good second and now third period.
I don't think I'd want to play them in the playoff. They got good, solid defenders. One of their better players is on the shelf right now.
That's right.
And they play hard, so this is the kind of team you don't want to see.
We passed the midway mark of the third period. Totino-Grace is in Section 5 AA. I think Andover at one time was in that section before the move to Section 7. At center, 3-on-2 here. If they hurry, bouncing in and scooped. As Crosby Perry was coming in on the right wing, and he decided to get the puck on net, maybe hoping for a rebound, but Johnson was for sure not going to give it up. He found it in his glove.
Yeah, good opportunity by Perry there. I think he's trying to throw a little saucer pass across to the top. But that fourth line getting another opportunity here.
Logan Seward taking the draw, going up against Ben Box. Just a freshman. Seeing a lot of minutes at forward and center for Totino-Grace. Under 8 minutes left third period. 6-1 Andover. They had a 6-0 lead. Quast, the most recent goal for Totino-Grace, way back at the 7:16 mark of the second period. We've gone that long without a goal. D to D, left side shot, and save made. They'll whistle it down. Anthony Pardo with the shot on net. 7:37 remaining in the third.
D to D and 3 men in front of the net for Andover. That's what happens when you go D to D. Gives your forwards a little bit extra time to set up, and Andover does a great job in getting people in front of the net. Been saying it all night long.
Seward going against Adams here on the faceoff. 50-50 puck at the corner. Logan Seward helping himself out off the faceoff win. Up the wall to Cogswell. Back in low, intercepted Gallivan for the Eagles. Adams has to retreat back behind his net. Over to Gallivan, up to the line and out to neutral. Adams reaches back for it. Now he bears down left wing. He's got a man out front going to the net. That was Mihalic. And a save made. Bronze again. Bronze has been strong tonight. He's seen 20 shots, made 19 saves. As Andover clears, he'll be whistled for an icing with exactly 7 minutes left in our game here tonight.
Yeah, they're going up and down the ice, back and forth here. Good opportunities by both teams. Nice hockey game here tonight.
If this game finishes at 6-1, you take away the first period, it was a much closer game.
Absolutely.
Here tonight. And of course, we still have 7 minutes left to go, so who knows what's going to happen. That's kind of if the season ended today, right, the playoffs would be this kind of scenario and a kind of philosophy and thinking, which
that was 4-0, I think, in the first 10 minutes.
It was. Yeah, it was 12-14 mark, 12-14 into the first period. Here's a chance and a goal. Totino-Grace walking out in front, and they get a backhand hoist. And that is Landon Adams walking along the line and carrying it out in front. And this is a 6-2 game now.
You know, I've noticed Adams tonight. He's got good speed, pretty good size, comes out of the corner. Nice little backhand into the upper part of the net. Backhand that you don't see very much anymore in today's hockey, but it sure is an effective shot, and great shot by the kid right there.
Adams is 4th of the season, 10-13 time of the goal in the third period, and that makes it 6-2. Right back the Huskies come. Down the slot was Thorson, lost it here to the near corner. Gives it up to Conway, left side shot, big hit. May took the shot, then he got drilled. Stood up by D. Young and then hit into the corner. Then it comes back to May, and May's shot off of a high stick, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, May didn't like that one too much, but it was a good, clean hit by Totino-Grace.
Thrasher had an assist on that Adams goal. Adams 4th of the season. Pretty little goal. Walking along the goal line and carrying it out in front from the near side wing. And played with a high stick in the offensive zone here by Andover. Brings the faceoff all the way back deep in the Andover zone. Huskies win the faceoff. Kyle Law up ahead, and that's out of play into the bench areas, and will face it off again in the Andover zone.
I'm sure Andover would like to get one back on the board here, feel a little more comfortable. Still a long ways to go for Totino with just over 6 minutes to go, down by 4.
Totino-Grace after tonight, they host Rogers. That's on Saturday at Armstrong Cooper. Then next week, shot from the right point, save needed by Bronze. Pushes it to the near side. Right there for the rebound is Quast. Flipped ahead, Andover on the attack. Gravenik, Casey, shot block, getting in the way, Quast. He's been an active guy here tonight for the Eagles. Moore has it behind his net. DeYoung bouncing through center. Pardo spun around, and Totino-Grace player fell down back near side and almost baiting him to go backside and go wide side was the goaltender Johnson on that shot from the near wing by Goldman. Johnson was confident in his blocker, because we could see it on our angle here from the near side, Pete. He was really giving up a lot of that wide side.
Boy, he really came out on that one too, Jim.
Perfidio the other way, sends it through center, in deep here in the Andover zone as we near 5 minutes left. Point blank chance, saved by Bronze. Munnelly, number 16, got a shot on net. Carrying it the other way, Perry for Andover. Intercepted Thrasher. Near wing, stops top of the circle and will hover one in. It'll frisbee in on the goaltender, and it's held on again by Austin Bronze.
There for Totino-Grace. They are not quitting. Coaching staff has to be very happy with the way that they've played these past 2 periods. Problem is, it's a 3-period game.
Yes. And they came into this period down 6-1. Not a completely insurmountable lead, but when you're playing one of the top teams in the state, most of the time it is going to be. Kicked around in front of the Andover net, up high. Moore goes right back out in front. Bodies flying all over the place. Goaltender Bronze was out of position to his left, but the Huskies had it pretty well covered. Then it comes back to center, and the Eagles' Quast dumps it in. He'll get a quick breather. I'm sure the way he's been playing tonight, he'll be back out there in a jiffy. Back left to right, it's the Andover Huskies. Babb throws it in. Eagles coming back the other way. 4:10 left. It'll be icing here on Totino-Grace and a face-off back in their end.
Shots are now at 35-25. So Totino-Grace mounting a little bit of a rally here in the third period against the Huskies. Quick look at the rankings right here.
Those just came out. I was waiting for those to come out. Those are the new Let's Play Hockey rankings. Andover was 3rd. The most recent rankings were December 22nd. Then they took the holiday off, and now they're at number 1 offside here. Totino-Grace easily as they bring it across the line into the Andover zone.
Yeah, pretty impressive for Andover. Whatever poll you look at, they're in the top 3 in the state of Minnesota.
Of course, the Andover girls also right up there as well. Got a chance to see them against Anoka. Anoka has a goaltender, Pavarud.
That's what I hear.
She's outstanding. Saw a lot of shots that night. She's going to keep Anoka in a lot of games here this season.
10th
of course,
grade too, isn't she?
Yes, and of course Andover on the other side again will be a contender. No doubt. Will it come down to them and Edina again like it has the last several years?
Well, they're playing in Hockey Day, Minnesota.
Yes,
Edina
those two
and,
teams down in Mankato.
Yeah.
That will be a lot of fun. Under 3.5 left in the third period here. Totino has tried to make a push in this third period and mount a comeback. They've done a lot of good things, but just have the one goal here this period to show for it. Gallivan bearing down on the backhand, down the near side wing on his off wing. Ends up shoveling it up high into the corner, cleared out by Andover, tapped ahead. Looking for the puck, Thorson. Played in Eagles. After it here is Pardo. He's in the third pair D, up to the line, held in. Good body by Box, got his body in the way of that clearing pass. Johnson then tried to center, intercepted. Huskies again out to center, into the skates of Conway, who has a goal here tonight. Then left side off the turnover, and Johnson with a shot again. Not a great angle, forced to the perimeter, and then based on that angle, the goaltender, you see him right there, Bronze, has been perfectly positioned just about all night long.
He's really impressed me today. You know, I knew they had kids who could move the puck. I knew they had goal scorers. Wasn't quite sure about the goaltending, but now I am. You know, he is an excellent goaltender for Andover.
Andover a face-off win. Weston Knox up to center. Unable to get to it there was Tommy Babb. And Quast comes in. Near wing, ridden out of the play. Knox right into the end wall. Knox is a solid player. Gets a lot of minutes. Can mix in offensively and play good defense. Meanwhile, here's Zinda and he scores. Hudson Zinda finds the back of the net. It's been a while since the Huskies have been in the net, and they get one here to make it 7-2.
Yeah, Zinda coming down that far, the near side here, pushes it by the defender. Doesn't have a whole lot to shoot for. A little bit he did have. He put it there. Huskies go up 7-2 with just over 2 minutes to play.
Zinda's second of the night, his 8th of the season. Thorson and Casey each have 9 now to lead the Huskies. But a good quick attack, and that's one thing about Andover, because they have guys that can finish and guys that are speedy and quick and have skill. They can score in a hurry. And all they need is one little chance from neutral, from the blue line, little transition, maybe a turnover. And you could be the other team working your butts off in the one end. You got nothing to show for it, and then one little bouncy puck or something that happens in transition, and Andover is able to capitalize on it like they did right there.
Yeah, they just have so many goal scorers on this team.
Babb got an assist.
A couple points for Babb tonight.
Yep.
Good for him.
Knox got the other assist. Zinda's second goal of the game as we near 1 minute left to go. Casey comes in after the rebound in the corner. Casey along with Crosby Perry. Back up for Knox through the center circle. Knox makes a move on the right wing. Or excuse me, that's Moore, the other number 4. And Andover at center, pass a little bit behind Perry. And the Eagles will backhand that puck in. Munnelly in the corner. Law here for Andover, up to the line. There's Quast, right back in. Under a minute left to go. 35 seconds right now remaining here in the game. Ooh, big check there by Law. Law versus La Perfidio, the two number 2s.
That's a good collision.
Yeah, and it was Kyle Law, I think, got the best of that. Puck at neutral with 20 seconds left to go. And it's Pardo from behind his net. Andover is going to pick up their 10th win of the season. Head coach Mark Manny will pick up number 201 of his career. Ooh, a weird carom, and they score. They missed on the initial rebound. Thrasher is going to kick himself for missing the first one, but he had Adams there, I think, who was there to recover. Thrasher had the initial stab at it. But regardless, it makes it 7-3 with 3.6 seconds left to go. We see it here again. The question was whether maybe or not he played it with a high stick, but in the final seconds, it's going to go to Adams. His second goal of the game and his fifth of the season. It's going to be a 7-3 final here in favor of the Andover Huskies, top-ranked team in the state, picking up their 10th win of the season, Pete.
Yeah, we saw some up and down hockey here. A lot of shots on goal, 36-27. So a lot of good goaltending, some good goal scoring, and a couple teams that came out here tonight and gave us a good show.
Huskies improved to 4-0 in the Northwest Suburban Conference, 10-2-1 overall. They will be at Champlin Park coming up. There's the Totino-Grace schedule. They get the Rogers Royals, having a nice season this season, coming up on Saturday. They've got Blaine. They travel to Alexandria as well. Their upcoming schedule. Totino-Grace with the loss here tonight, falling to 4-6, 2-1 in Northwest Suburban Conference play. And for the Huskies, upcoming games, Champlin Park, the most immediate of those games coming up on Saturday at the Champlin Ice Forum. Shots on goal for the game, 36-27 in favor of Andover here tonight. You take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedules where a mix of girls hoops, boys hoops, and girls hockey yet to come here in the next couple of weeks here on QCTV. Again, 36-27 for the game. Shots on goal in favor of Andover. Totino-Grace 1 for 3 on the power play. Andover was 1 for 2. And ends up being a 7-3 victory here for the Huskies. A Huskies team under Coach Mark Manny. They look good again.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch them down the stretch here, second half of the season. Always fun working with you, Jim.
You bet, Pete. Thank you. Always good working with you as well. Thanks, everybody in the truck. Thanks, everybody, for watching here today from the Anoka Community Center. For Pete Hayes, I'm Jim Erickson. Again, your final tonight. Win number 100 for Andover in the last 5 years. 7-3 over Totino-Grace. You've been watching high school hockey here on QCTV Sports.